Board of Commissioners. We are going to be calling to order the Board of Commissioners meeting. It's Tuesday, June 1st. Welcome. It's 10 a.m. And if you would please join us in the Pledge of Allegiance at this time. Okay, thank you very much. We're going to move into our public comment section of our agenda at this time. And if there's anybody here for public comment, please feel free to unmute yourself and you can offer public comment at this time. Is there anyone here for public comment? Okay, hearing and seeing none, we will move to our meeting minutes for the May 5th Board of Commissioners meeting and also our May 4th work session. Is there a motion to approve those minutes?
Motion to approve the minutes from the May 25th Board of Commissioners meeting and the May 4th work session.
I will second that. It's been moved and seconded. Any final discussion on that motion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye. Aye.
Aye.
The motion is carried. We do not have anything currently under COVID-19 planning or response. We will move into our proclamation. This is the 20th proclamation of 2021 that we are doing. And we are pleased and excited to have with us the members of the Snowshoe Lions Club. And they're joining us in room 146 virtually. And we have a proclamation that we're going to be presenting to them, but we would love it if they would be willing to each introduce themselves and talk a little bit about the work that the club does on an ongoing basis, maybe some of the history through the 75 years, but then also talk to them about some of their plans for celebrating this historic milestone. So please, gentlemen, the floor is yours. Thank you for attending with us as well.
Yeah, my name is Mike Drapcho. We are all past presidents of the club except Troy. Troy is the treasurer. The club was started in June 12th of 1946. Two of the things that we're kind of proud of is one of our founding members was a doctor, and he's the one that helped get the medical center started up in Snowshoe. And the other thing is the park that we have. Right now, it's a campground, but it has camping on it, but it also has a swimming pool. It has some tennis courts, and it's just for the children of the area. We like to help our children and our kids the best that we can. There's Little League fields on there too, which we also give money to. We actually sponsor one of the teams. We started out as a team, as a regular, like a Little League, and I think they have us now. I think we sponsor a B team.
Okay. My name is Doug Saylor. I was past president of the Lions Club also. And in addition to what Mike says, we support a lot of programs at the Bald Eagle High School, including Powder Puff football, Young People that Care, Pen Pal program, senior night party, senior awards. We also, when we have somebody gets burned out of their home, we have a fund that, we cut them a check right away to help them get through the hard times. We sponsor people going to several camps. Mike can tell you more about that. Camp Victory and what's the other camp?
Beacon Lodge.
And Beacon Lodge. And then we support numerous programs up on the mountaintop, along with the preschool down in Carthus at the Shepherd of the Hills. We picked up when the Carthus Club sort of folded, we picked up responsibilities that they had to donate to them. So we encompass more than just snowshoe. We're, you know, we have members that live over in Cooper, which is Clearfield County. And, you know, so we generally take in pretty much the whole mountaintop.
Right now, we have scholarships are going out to Bald Eagle Area School, and we also send a scholarship up to Votech. So, and we do help out at the Mountaintop School. As a matter of fact, a couple of years ago, we bought some boards, or are they called
Smart boards.
Promethean boards,
Something like
or something that you can hook a computer up to it and the teacher can put it. So we help with that. So, but the two camps that he's talking about, the Beacon Lodge is a camp for the blind or the visually impaired, and it's down in Huntington. And we sponsor a person to go down there for a week. And this is actually sponsored by the whole state of Pennsylvania. We're not the only ones that do that. And Camp Victory was set up by a family that had lost one of their early child. And it's a camp for children that have autistic or a terminally ill health issues. And we as Lions help support that club so people can have their families sent down there.
Isn't one of them with disabled veterans also?
That'd be at Beacon Lodge. At Beacon Lodge, we sponsor a what we call a veteran to go down there. It's called Project Hope. So, and if we don't have anybody from our area, we just donate the money down there, and they actually choose somebody.
Hi, I'm Ed Scribik. I was sponsored in the club by one of the Bellefonte guys, old Sam Nastis. I guess everyone knew Sam. Been with the club 48 years, probably sponsored more people into the Lions Club than anyone. So, short and sweet.
Jim?
I don't have anything to say. You guys covered it.
That's right.
I'm Troy Hall. I work here for the county. I've been in the Snowshoe Lions Club since 2010. I don't quite have as many years as the rest of them. I've been the treasurer since 2012, and we've done several fundraising events throughout the year. We have the carnival and our Monte Carlo, and this past year's been a little tough on us, but I hope this year will be a lot better. We'll be able to have our fundraisers and be able to donate more money again.
Actually, Troy is actually a grandson of one of the founding fathers, the charter members.
Charter members, yeah.
Yeah, Bill Hall. So generally, that's what we do.
That's a great overview, gentlemen. Thank you very much. And we're fortunate to have Troy here working in county government at the treasurer's office. So it's great to have him here too. Just a huge thank you and a huge congratulations for 75 years of serving the community, helping the community, and really helping individuals here in our community. It's really terrific. So thank you for that overview, and thank you for all the work you do. And we're going to continue to stay in touch to see how we can be of help and continue to partner on some things. But I'll turn the floor over now to Commissioner Higgins.
Sure. Thank you very much to the Snowshoe Lions Club. It's marvelous you've hit your 75th anniversary. Very few clubs make it that far. And I have enjoyed your park for years. You're a very active club that provides many benefits to the Snowshoe and Mountaintop area. Please keep up the good work. Thanks.
So with that, we have, I believe, a proclamation. And this may be one of the first proclamations we've presented in person in about a year and a half. So on behalf of the Board of Commissioners and our Administrator, Margaret Gray, we are pleased to present that proclamation to you again, recognizing and celebrating 75 years of service to our community as the Snowshoe Lions Club. So thank you for carrying on the tradition of the Lions.
you.
You're welcome.
Thank you very much again, gentlemen, for joining us. We appreciate it.
Shall I make the motion, Mike?
Oh, please. Yes, absolutely. Yes.
Motion to adopt proclamation number 20 of 2021, recognizing the 75th anniversary of the Snowshoe Lions Club.
I will second that motion. It has been moved and seconded to adopt the proclamation. Any final discussion on adopting the proclamation? Hearing none, all in favor of adopting the proclamation, do so by saying aye. Aye.
Aye.
The motion is carried. The proclamation is adopted. Gentlemen, thank you once again. And we appreciate your service. Okay. So we will move on with the rest of our agenda here, and we're going to move into our contracts and authorizations. We have a contract here, and this is with TK Elevator. And I believe we're going to turn it over to Margaret for potentially further review of this.
This is a contract with TK Elevator Corporation to provide elevator service for 502 East Howard Street. And we're asking that this contract be tabled for some additional details to be worked through and returned to our agenda next Tuesday.
Okay, thank you, Margaret. Is there a motion to table this for 1 week?
Motion to table the contract with TK Elevator for 1 week.
I will second that. It's been moved and seconded to table the contract. Any final discussion on that? Hearing and seeing none, all in favor say aye. Aye.
Aye.
The motion is carried. Okay, thank you, Margaret. Okay, we have 3 items here for human resources, and we will welcome in Kristen Simpkins, our Human Resources Director, to walk through these. Good morning, Kristen.
Morning. What I have before you are 3 agreements. The first is with PCHIP, who handles our self-funded health insurance program consortium. They have agreed to pay for our dependent audit of our insurance for the amount of $8,400. In order to do that, we do have to sign an agreement with them that we will complete this by December 31st. The 2 additional documents are from BMI Audit Services. That is who PCHIP has identified to conduct the dependent audit. Again, the cost is $8,400, but it will be covered by PCHIP. These agreements have been reviewed by the solicitor, and I've provided those comments and some minor changes back to BMI, which we will hear back from before these are signed off on next week's consent agenda. So they discuss the audit, the process, and the confidentiality of the information that's being transmitted between the BMI and Center County for the integrity of the information, since it is personal health information. So I'm looking for approval of those to be added to next week's consent agenda.
Okay, thank you, Kristen. And we had talked about these with our EBT, our Employee Benefit Trust meeting briefly. But in terms of the last time we did this or participated in one of these, and then also just the benefit overall of just doing this, can you talk a little bit about that?
Sure. The last time we did a dependent audit, it was done internally. We requested that all employees sign off on the dependents that they had on their coverage to confirm that they were eligible dependents. If they are not eligible dependents, we're at risk of having those claims be denied. Employees will be then charged with those costs of any claims for those dependents that are not eligible. And they can also, if they try to deceive, can be considered fraud. And we don't ever want that to happen to one of our employees or us. So after that point, which was about 5 years ago, we collect information from all employees whenever they make a change or enroll in our coverage to verify dependents. But it's been 5 years. We have some long-term employees that we don't have that information from. So this will try to capture all that and make sure that our employees are getting the coverage they need and that there's not any fraudulent action.
Good business practice, especially with the size of our healthcare coverage. It's good to be mindful of where we're at with this. So sounds good. And Commissioner Higgins is the chair of the EBT. I don't know if you have any thoughts on this, Mark.
Well, it seems that it's required. Also, the fact that it's going to be paid for by our provider is a great thing. So yeah, I have no objection. Happy to start happy to make the motion whenever you're ready.
Yeah, please. Thank you.
Okay. So motion to add the human resource items 1 through 3 to next week's consent agenda.
I will second that motion. The motion has been moved or been properly moved and seconded. Any final discussion on the motion? Hearing and seeing none, all in favor say aye. Aye.
Aye.
The motion is carried. We'll see this next week on the consent agenda. Thank you,
Thank you
Kristen.
very much.
Sure. Okay, we have a contract with MHID EI, and we will welcome in Natalie Corman at this time. Hi, Natalie.
Good morning, Commissioners. On behalf of the MHID office, I have before you a contract with the ARC of Center County. This is just to continue services through the rest of our fiscal year, which is 1 month. It increases our contract by $19,500 to total $49,708 to do their supportive employment, home and community, transportation, and behavioral health support.
Okay, thank you, Natalie. Any questions for Natalie?
Okay.
No.
Okay, hearing none, is there a motion?
Motion to approve the contract addendum of Center County.
I will second that. It's been moved and seconded to approve the contract addendum. Any final discussion on this? Hearing none, all in favor say aye. Aye.
Aye.
The motion is carried. Thank you very much, Natalie.
Thank you.
We will move into our grant section and we will welcome in our Director of Emergency Management Agency, Jeff Warren, for this item here. Good morning, Jeff.
Thank you, Commissioner Pipe. Good morning, everybody. I would ask the commissioners please approve the submission of the application for the PEMA for the fiscal year of 2021 of the Emergency Management Performance Grant. And that grant provides up to 50% reimbursement of the salaries and benefits of everybody in our office. And it's for the period of October 1st, 2020 through September 30th, 2021. And it is for the amount of $110,624.
Okay, thank you, Jeff. Always welcome news to know that this grant has been funded and is coming through. Any questions for Jeff on this grant? Okay, we're seeing and hearing none. Is there a motion?
Motion to add the, let me get the Emergency Management Performance Grant application to the Pennsylvania Emergency Management Agency to next week's consent agenda.
I will second that. It's been moved and seconded. Any final discussion on that? Hearing none, all in favor say aye. Aye.
Aye.
The motion is carried. Okay, thank you, Jeff.
Thank you.
We look for a motion to approve today's consent agenda.
Motion to approve today's consent agenda.
I will second that motion. It has been moved and seconded. Any final discussion on the consent agenda? Seeing none, all in favor say aye. Aye.
Aye.
The motion is carried. Okay. Moving into our policy section, we have two, identity access management policy and also patch management policy. We will turn that over to Margaret, I believe, for these two.
I'm looking to see, is Chad on the call this morning? Chad Joyce?
I have not seen him. That's who I had also looked through. There was a phone
Yes.
number. He was a phone number.
Okay.
Yeah, but I haven't seen him. No.
Okay, and maybe John can help me out with this. These are two policies that relate to the delivery of our IT services here. The first one is an identity access management policy, and the second is a patch management policy. Both necessary guidance for county to be following in terms of good and best practices for information technology services. You know, John, if you'd like to add on to that.
I would add is that the commissioners may be aware that we have reinstated the policy committee, and both of these policies have gone before the policy committee for review and comment.
Okay, all right. So we will, and also these are going to be moved to the consent agenda. So if there are any final questions, we can always take them next week at the meeting on the 8th. So we'd look for a motion then to add the policies to next week's consent agenda.
Which I will in a sec. Just real quick, if somebody
please.
could send me the most up-to-date versions of those, that'd be great. I'm sure since Chad's working on them, they're just fine, but
Okay.
just want to
Yes,
peek at them before they're final.
Certainly, I'm sorry you don't have them. I thought they were attached, but we will get those to you. We have not had these policies in place previously, so these are good things to add.
Exactly, yes.
Yeah.
All right, so I will make the motion to add policy items A and B to next week's consent agenda.
I will second that motion. It has been moved and seconded. Any final discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye. Aye.
Aye.
Motion is carried. Okay. All right. And then Margaret, over to you for an administrator's report.
Yes, the items I have to share this morning are again of a COVID-19 related nature. The first is good news. The Department of Health will extend the AMI testing site here in Center County through Saturday, July the 3rd. The testing site will stay at the Center County Recycling Center. We want to express our thanks not only to the Department of Health and AMI, but also to the Center County Recycling Center for providing this space for the testing to continue. And I also just want to remind everyone, share this is a transition month of sorts for Center County government, in that today, in accordance with CDC guidelines, employees working in our building who have been fully vaccinated are able, if they would opt to do so, to not wear a mask. And on June 28th, on Monday, June 28th, we will leave our rotation status and return to office for our employees, followed by Tuesday, July 6th, when the Board of Commissioners will meet again in public session in room 146 of the Willow Bank building. Our buildings at that time will be open to the public. So lots happening here over the next several weeks.
Okay. Thank you very much, Margaret. All right. We are going to move into it. We do not have any discussion items, but we do have a check run, and we will turn it over to Commissioner Higgins.
Thanks, Mike. Yeah, the check run is for $11,055,500.27. Now, that's not nearly as big as a check run as it appears, because of course we're now having the last batches of the county property tax coming in. So we moved 10 million of property tax monies into the money market account, and to do that, we have to transfer it. So the actual amount that we wrote checks for this week was actually just the $1,055,000. I do have a check of the week. Give me a sec here. Okay. Sorry, it's in a different spot. There we go. It's a check to the Sunnyside Cemetery Association for $24, and it's for, I believe, veterans grave maintenance. Obviously, we just had Memorial Day yesterday. Great event at the Center County Courthouse at 11. Very moving service. So just wanted to remember our veterans today, especially those who made the ultimate sacrifice for our country. So would like to make a motion to approve today's, the May 28th check run.
And I will second that motion. It has been moved and seconded to approve the check run. Any final discussion on the check run? Hearing and seeing none, all in favor say aye. Aye.
Aye.
Motion is carried. Thank you, Commissioner. We do not have any CNET requests. We do not have a voter registration report or any announcements today. We will look to see if we have any executive sessions that we would need to report.
No executive sessions to report today.
Okay, no executive sessions to report, so we will look to see if there are any questions from the press at this time before we look to adjourn. Any questions from the press? Okay, hearing none, we'd look for a motion to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn at 10:25 a.m.
I will second that. It's been moved and seconded to adjourn. Any final discussions on adjournment? Hearing none, all in favor say aye. Aye.
Aye.
We are adjourned. Thank you all. Have a great day.